Okay, welcome to Year 9 Science Online with Any van Vieren.
Hi guys, welcome to our next lesson. We still need to work on the valence shells and the electron shells and the number of electrons, and we understand how the periodic table is set out now. Yesterday I gave you guys some homework. Unfortunately only 8 of you completed it and uploaded it back onto the OLE page, so for those 8 students, thank you very much. Anyways, now, a lot of you, like myself, do not have a printer at home that works. I just gave up because every time I would want to print, the ink would either be dry or something would be wrong with it, so I've given up on having my printer at home. But you don't need to have a printer or a stylus or even a touchscreen keyboard, touchscreen laptop to be able to do this exercise that I asked you to. Now, this is Jake Lawrence. Jake and Nicholas Tolkien, they had the same ideas that you would actually, they listed the first 20 um, elements, so you can see hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, boron, and then they said hydrogen's got 1 proton, 1 electron, 0 neutrons, and its molecular mass is 1. Helium, let's look at neon, 10 protons, 10 electrons, molecular mass of 20, and that means it's got 10 neutrons. Fluorine, 9 protons, 9 electrons, molecular mass of 19, and 19 minus 9 is 10 neutrons. So that's really well done. Thank you, Jake. I appreciate that, but you guys, quite a few of you still didn't do then the electron drawing, and one of our SLOs is that you have to be able to draw this. So you're going to say, when you draw it for real in the test, we have to draw the little bubbles in the middle for protons and for the neutrons. But in this case, to make it easy for you, you go up to the, can you see I'm here at the top at the draw menu? Okay, so I click on that, and then I just choose a pen. In this case, I'm going to have a red pen. Yours might have a different color, because you can change the colors, and we can go blue, but red stands out nicely. I'm going to change the thickness a little bit down, so about there. And now, hydrogen, how many electrons? Oh, too small. So we'll go up 1. Hydrogen, how many electrons? 1. Helium, 2. Click, click. Can you see that? Lithium has got 3, so 2 and 3. Beryllium is going to have 2 and 3 and 4. Do you understand? So can you guys please do this for me? To make it even easier, you can just zoom in. Take it up to 200. And it's really easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and so forth. Okay, so please guys have a look at that. Alright. Now, we just talked about that. You have to have your number of protons and your number of neutrons in the middle, which is called the nucleus. Then we have to have the electrons. Now, can you remember I said that that first shell can only take 2 electrons. It's like a 2-seat sports car. If you're going in a, what do you call it, a driving club, or a, let's say we're going on a science outing and we have to have mothers and fathers help us to take this. And the first guy there is going to be, I imagine, Jake White, your dad probably drives a sports car. So he arrives first and he picks up the first student. Okay? Now he has to go because he's full. Next person arrives. It's me with my very fancy, manly mommy car. And I can take 8 students. And I won't leave until I have 8 students, because I can't have 7 students and a next one comes along and take another 8 students. That is just not how it works, because we want to save petrol. Okay, so the next shell is 8, 8. So you have to remember 2, 8, 8, 8. That's the maximum they can take. Okay, I hope that makes sense. So when we look at the periodic table, remember, this is a shortened version. When we have group 1, how many electrons in the valence shell? We call them valence electrons. Group 1, they all have 1 in the valence shell. Group 2, they have 2 in the valence shell. Group 13, or 13, how many do they have in the valence shell? 3. 14, 4. Group 5, 15, 5. Group 16 has 6. Group 17 has 7. And Group 18 has 8. Okay, and that is how I remember it. Now, if we look closer at carbon, you look at it, how many electrons it's going to have, same as the atomic number. Okay, 6. How many protons? Always 6. The protons can never change. Okay, and then we take our molecular mass, we subtract the atomic number, take the big one, take away the small one, and that gives you the neutrons. Okay, big one, take away the small one, gives you the neutrons. So that's 6 again. So 6 electrons, 6 protons, 6 neutrons. And that's how you draw it. 6 of each, and then the first shell and the second shell. 2 in the first shell, that's the maximum, and then 2 plus what is 6? 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there you go. Sodium, okay, for salty times, we have sodium. Its atomic number is 11. How many protons? 11. How many electrons? 11. How many neutrons? Oh, take the big one minus the small one. 23 minus 11 is 12. So we're going to have 12 neutrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. How many protons? Protons, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, and now our first shell. How many electrons in the first shell? 2. How many electrons in the second shell? 8. So 2 for the first one. 1, 2. It's full. The sports car goes away. Here comes the bus. We can put 8 in it because 2 plus 8 is 10, and then we need one more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 2 plus 8 is 10 plus 1. And that is how you draw sodium. Okay. So please do all those drawings for me, but now also for today, I need you to do what's called the electron configuration, and that's what we're going to talk about now. So another way to write the meaning of the model on this side is count how many electrons in the different shells. So the first one is 2, then we have 8, and then we have 2 again for magnesium, okay? Because magnesium has how many electrons? 12. How many protons? 12. Okay? How many neutrons? Big one minus small one, so the mass minus the atomic number. 24 minus 12 is 12. Okay, so if we put 2 in the first, we write down the word letter 2. 2. Then we put the second one, 8, because it's full. 8. And then how many in the valence shell? 2. Now when you look at this, you can see clearly that the 2 over there is the number of electrons in the valence shell. And that also means if he has 2 in his valence shell, it means he has to be in group 2. Huh. Let's go back and check if that's true. Ooh, it's going to take forever. Wait, I should just use it over here. Come on. So if you look at that, you can see that magnesium is in group 2. Okay. 2, 8, 2. How many shells? 1, 2, 3. Look at this. These, the rows, not the columns, but the rows are called periods. So period 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There he is. So we know that it is group 2, period 3. Group 2, period 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the electron configuration is 282. How many electrons in the valence shell? 282. That means group 2. How many shells? 1, 2, 3 of them. So that is period 3. Okay, sulfur. Sulfur is how many protons? 16. How many electrons? 16. And how many neutrons? 32 minus 16 is 16. Now let's look at sulfur. Sulfur is in group 16. Okay, lots of 16s in this, but anyways, it's in group 16. How many electrons in the valence shell? 6. So we're going to have 2, 8, 6. Okay, easy peasy. So let's look at sulfur. Protons, neutrons, electrons. 2, 8, 6. 2 plus 8 is 10, plus 6 is 16. What group is it? It's in group 16. And how many valence electrons? 6. What period is it? How many shells? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There it is. 3 shells. Let's look at calcium. Okay, so calcium, you go, calcium is all the way down here. It is in group 2. So how many electrons in the valence shell will it have? 2. Okay, and it is in period 1, 2, 3, 4. Man, how many shells? That's 4 shells. That's really big. Okay, so let's try this. How many protons? 20. How many electrons? Okay, how many neutrons? 14 minus 20 is 20. How many electrons? 20. What is the electron configuration? Now let's start counting. 2 in the first, then 8, it gives us 10, plus another 8 gives us 18, but we need to go all the way to 20. That means 2. 2, 8, 8, 2. And we know that there's 2 in the valence shell because calcium sits in group 2. Okay, so it's in group 2, there's 2 electrons. And what period is it? It's 1, 2, 3, 4 shells. Ooh, I made a mistake there, sorry. Okay, that's it for today. So can I please ask you to go back to this document and then make sure you do all the electrons in there, and then please, a new piece of homework, you write down, just like Jake did here, but I also want the electron configuration after this. Okay, so the electron configuration of hydrogen is just going to be 1. The electron configuration of helium is going to be 2. Lithium is going to be 2, 1. So make a new column and just say electron config, and we can copy that and paste, 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 and paste, and paste, and there you go. So hydrogen is 1, helium is 2, lithium is 2, 1, beryllium is 2, 2, Boron is 2, 2, 2, 3. Carbon is 2, 4. Can you see that that 2 plus that 4 is 6 because there's 6 electrons? Nitrogen is 2, 5. And then we eventually get to aluminium, and aluminium is going to be 2, 8, what's aluminium? It is 13, 3. Okay, so I need you to do all of that down to calcium. Alright guys, and then please submit it. I will open up a new due work for you. Okay, have a great day. Thank you very much. Look after yourselves. Bye.